Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We are back with some more Tensura greatness. This being the 17th episode of the second season, or episode 41 overall. Now, very end of the previous episode, we saw Clayman, which the way he's like coordinating these things, like Walpurr just like having the Demon Lords gather in a certain area so he can do this with Eurazenia, as you know, we heard and we saw at the end of the previous episode. I gotta give it to him. Kind of smart, kind of slick, but that's sort of Clayman for you. So, you know, we're getting closer to the wartime, I guess you would say, right? So I'm curious to see what we're gonna have with this episode. Are we gonna kick things off in this episode? I don't know. I feel like it has to be this episode or the next episode. If not this episode, then next episode for sure. But we'll see what we have this week. We're gonna hop into it in 3, 2, 1, go. The eve of battle. Okay, so maybe we don't get into it with this one. Maybe towards the very end, but we'll see. Oh, they have all the right in the world to be pissed. Veldora. This atmosphere, this tension, and he's just like, wait, what's your favorite from here? This is likely 78%, so pretty likely. And yeah, definitely a lot higher than Pi. So still, we gonna do something. Like, even if we can't get there, because that was the issue, right? We can't get there in time. That was the biggest problem. Hey, you know our boy. You know our boy is up to it. But it is Clayman, though. How do we get there in time? That was the biggest thing. To move that many people. Transport magic can be used to send supplies at a low cost. Okay. Yeah. I get it. Right, what does that mean? Help me out a little bit. Okay, okay. See, that helps. That helps. God. Nice. Great. That's just what comes with it. Like, Great Sage is already pretty awesome, but now after this, like, sort of, you know, with Raphael, like this evolution or whatever you want to say, like, now it's pretty crazy. As expected, the Rimuru, yep. Yeah. Give Raphael the credit, of course. Dude, but if they can't beat, I'm assuming we beat him to the, I don't want to assume, but if he becomes, if Clayman actually goes through with it and it happens, and that's going to be where it gets, like, even more crazy than it already is. Ala. You know, you kind of have to. I know that, like, the relations obviously are strengthened, but you kind of have to, right? Because if you weren't with Rimuru here, if you didn't have Rimuru here, y'all would probably just be screwed. Veldora, still. Did Veldora retain any of the information in this meeting? Maybe he didn't have to, but he was not paying attention at all. I don't, yeah, I don't know about that, Xian. Right, right. The party crashers, Tempest the party crashers. Yeah? So who do you think goes with Rimuru? And Diablo's like, I already say I'm going to go. What about Veldora though? Sonotori. Cause you got these two, you got Veldora. Who gonna be the two, man? Is it gonna be them two, Xian and Diablo? Oh yeah, Diablo does have that. Like, isn't he like escorting the prisoners back or something like that? I mean, we could potentially get some valuable stuff from here, from this. Oh yeah, that from the beginning, right? Since we saw that, like Milim being with Clayman and whatnot, like we all thought that was odd. Like we were like, no way. I never felt like that either. Like they're best buds. Yeah, you know? Benny's like, just I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this Ramirez shit. You see the way he was like looking right there? He's like, ah. Xian comes in the frame. Like, you have to take her, man. And there is that too. There is that too. So there is Xian and Ranga. Yes, I like that. I like that. There's only two. Man, I didn't even notice how much he had stacked up here. It didn't look like that much. Maybe I wasn't really paying attention, but I mean, yeah, I think it is. It might actually be, right? He have to stay here and protect all of Tempest. Yeah, she just started calling him that, right? That just started like with this episode. We didn't hear her say that at all. This is what I was saying. This man was not retaining everything or paying attention at all. Oh. Man, they all, like a few of them fired up. It's like especially those three: Veldora, Xian, Diablo. I mean, when it comes to Rimuru, they hit it off. That's convenient. Out of nowhere. If it's with Ramirez, that also makes sense. Like how Xi'an with Rimuru, and now like how this has been. And it's like same thing I said with Xi'an. Like you can't resist. You kind of have to let them. That sound effect when Beretta came in, it was like boing. So maybe not like Xi'an and Ranga, and then even with going with Ramirez, maybe not the best sort of I mean, they're good options, but maybe not the best we have. But with where the others are placed, I guess it makes sense. Because I mean, who knows what could happen here with this Walpurgis stuff? Yeah. Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! And I still can't wait for when he finds out that what's her name is still alive. Muran, when Muran is still, because they're gonna do that. You don't mess with the Tempest fam. Forcing Milim, so not of her own accord. But like we had this also before. Like the one dude, one of the clown dudes was saying to Clayman, like, don't just think you have Milim how you think you have her, you know? Like this is Milim. Oh my god. Yo, this Hermes character, he kind of reminds me of like Hermes a little bit from Danmachi. Oh, it's this dude. I was saying that out of all the ones like the fingers or whatever, I was saying this dude looked the coolest. That's gonna be a problem. I was like, yeah, that's gonna be a problem. What an asshole. You think he's just gonna take this lightly, just staying here and... He's staying composed. He's staying composed. I gotta give him some credit. And then we just saw him so pissed off. Right, right. Right. Like he has to keep his composure. Although it just like this guy needs an ass kicking. Definitely needs an ass kicking. Just from how he acts. Damn. What the fuck? So that's how this guy operates. Oh. Wait. Wait, what? Why? Is it to save his ass? Save it so he doesn't get killed, potentially, because he might have just saved his life there, actually. Oh, so that's why he did it, yeah. I figured. I think he kind of even knew, too. Well, there you go. It's like nothing even happened to you, man. That guy definitely needs an ass kicking, though. I mean, it's a finger of clay, man, so... And there's the melon back again, the red melon. It makes sense, though. He's a finger of clay, man, so he's a freaking asshole. It's like he was keeping that all contained, and he just finally lets it out a little bit after the dude leaves. Transport other people to one place. But where? To Tempest? Or... Oh, okay. That ain't shit. That ain't shit to them. To just make an area so quickly where a bunch of people can take refuge. Nice. Does that end now? He's a demon lord. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, sir. Woo! Look at the squad. Look at the army. Hey, Gobta leading the Goblin Riders. Let's go. Yo, that one dude behind Benny to the left, like, he looks raw as hell. Oh, shit. The green numbers. Geld. Geld squad, though. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Got Bilu! I don't know exactly what that means, but he just kind of explained it right there. Since these are the ones I brought back to life, that's what I named them. So. Let's go. Let's go. Phobia. It's time. It's finally time. Facts, Diablo. And Clayman is trash. Literally teleporting, transporting a whole army like this. I mean, it's Slime. It's this series. It's Rimuru for you. So it's still crazy, but it's not even really a surprise, right? Being able to do something like this. And there they all go. Like, that's it. Like, it was nothing. Like, I'm hyped, but a little part, like, you have to be a little worried as well, too, right? But I think this is gonna be great. We finally getting started. Like, this is it, you know? I feel like it reminds me just of how part 1 of the season was, right? I feel like the beginning of the part, it was pretty slow, or there wasn't as much, which this is Tensura for you, right? It's not always gonna be freaking action. I know I sound like a broken record probably with this, but the beginning of part 1, you know, had this sort of going on as well, right? Where it was more so episodes like this, right? There's build up, there's dialogue, they're doing certain things with the characters, they're setting up more of Tempest and the world around it. So this part, same thing, right? The second half of this season been the same thing for the beginning. And I feel like the second part of this, you know, season, or the second part of this part, whatever you want to say, just like the first part, is about to be insane. Like, this whole second half is about to be crazy. And I'm stoked. I'm stoked for it. Especially with everyone we just have here. Like, the army. It's raw. It is definitely raw. The relations we've built. Obviously, our Tempest fam, but then the relations we built around us. I feel like they really built up for this in a great way. And that's why I think this war, what we're about to have with all this, is about to be, it's about to hit. It's going to be even crazier than it normally probably would be, because of just, I feel like how we've got attached to some of these certain characters that are even outside of the Tempest fam. But I mean, obviously Tempest as a whole has grew so much, but I mean, just with these new allies, and with just continuing to expand, obviously the whole Demon Lord thing with Rimuru and everyone sort of getting a huge boost. There's that too. So it's about to be crazy, man. I feel like all this build up and what we've had lately it's really gonna pay off. And not even just for what we're about to have here with the second half of this part and with this war and going up against Clayman, taking him out, but who knows what other surprises there may be. It seems like they're really building up something for, you know, some awesome stuff with Milim, I feel like, or something interesting with Milim. And then there's other Demon Lords out there. I think Rimuru even brought up what's his name, Leon, in here as well. So obviously can't forget about him. But this whole Walpurgis thing, but even beyond what we're gonna have here, I feel like this is setting up for even some more awesome shit to come in the future of Tensura, like beyond this season, right? And whatever comes out of this war, and whatever comes out of all of this, it's gonna be big for the future of the series, I feel like. So yeah, I enjoy what we had with this episode. I feel like this is another pretty good build-up episode. An episode that sort of gets you hyped up too, especially that last part. Seeing everyone in their certain groups and the leaders of the groups, and just everyone sort of fired up and backing each other up and cheering each other on. I really like that. So I think this did a good job of sort of hyping up the next episode and what we're going to see in the second half of this part. And like Diablo said, like, we got to take out the trash, man. So that's where we heading. That's where we are heading for sure. So yeah, I enjoyed this episode, man. Let me know what y'all thought of this one. If you guys did enjoy my reaction, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace out.